Okay, I'm back and I'm going to show you how to get your code modified so it communicates well with the benchtop mill. So you just finished doing the design and I ended up the last video with some minor modifications to the code. We're just going to review that and look at some more in-depth ones. But basically, you finish your design, you want to generate your code, so you just click on G1, click OK. It's going to say you're not generating code for all of these. We know that. We're just generating it for our personalized engraving. So click no, that's fine. And then you need to save the code in the thaw space or on the desktop or wherever your programming is being saved. So I'm going to call this I'll just say Evan's last name code. And then I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm saving this to the right spot. Click save. It's going to save it, and then it's going to open up the code. And once this is open, I strongly recommend minimizing this a little bit so you can see the code over here is what you just generated. Look at the name on the file. Then also located in the same place that the template for this Mastercam file was, there should be a file that says reference code. So I'm just going to hit Windows E, brings up my Windows Explorer here, and I can go to this USB-D, and there's a file in here that says reference code. I'm going to say open with WordPad. Try to open it with Mastercam. Actually, I'll try to open it with Mastercam and see if it brings up the numbers on the side of the line. Give it a second here. Okay, while we're waiting for that to load, this is pretty straightforward. I ended the last video talking about this a little bit. You can go ahead and delete all this stuff right up here from the end of line 1 basically to the bottom of line 6. You can highlight that and just hit delete. Okay, the next thing we're going to start changing, and I'll talk about this more when this next file opens, but we're going to just start going down line by line and we're going to change a few things. So you might want to put a number in your program, so like call it number 1, and then you might want to type your name in here. All right, and then we're going to go down to line 7 here. Line 7, you can get rid of the M6 completely. It's got tool number 9 in there because the template file was set up for a Haas mill that was utilizing tool 9. The benchtop mill only has one tool, so you need to change that to T1. Okay, once you're done changing line 7 to T1, go down to line 8, see where it says A0, delete that period, delete the 0, delete the A, and delete the space. Once those are all deleted, you can kind of look through this really quickly here. You need to get rid of this H9 and the G43. Delete those. All right, so we're looking at the top end of the code here. I'm going to say it doesn't look like this wanted to open with Mastercam, so I'm going to go ahead and open it with WordPad really quick. So this is the reference code, and as you can see, it's already been changed, so you can reference this code to make sure yours is right too. So you see like N120 is T1, and then you can see down here we've already deleted the G43 and the H9. So as far as the top part of the code goes, we're good to go. We're gonna scroll down now to the bottom, and we're just gonna modify a few things at the bottom of the code, and then this code's gonna be ready to go to the benchtop mill. So if we start on the bottom here, 117, and we just kind of start working our way up, take a look over here. So we have N1 to 10, M30, that looks good. Now we have 190 here, G0X5Y1. Okay, so we need to modify this line of code right here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the A0. Okay, and we're going to get rid of the 0 after the y, we're going to replace that with a 1. We're going to get rid of the 0 after the x, and we're going to replace that with a 5. What this is going to do is it's going to allow the machine to stop at a better position so we can just load it and run our blanks through the machine quicker. And then we're going to also get rid of this G28. All right, and if you look at the next line, it is M5. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and basically delete this entire line of code right here. And then we're going to add M9 after the Y1. And then one last thing we're going to change here. It says G0, Z.25. We're going to say Z2 period. And then this should be ready to go. So then you're just going to want to do a quick save. And then you can take the thumb drive out, take it over to the mill, run your program. Just remember, the first thing you want to do when you get over there to the mill is you want to verify. You don't want to just run the program. You want to verify it so you know that nothing's going to go crazy, nothing's going to plunge or crash. And then you should end up with a nice little piece with your last name engraved in it like so. If you have any questions, get a hold of the instructor, and don't forget the safety procedures, your glasses, and all that good stuff.